Hello, our SeptaSOAREous.
I'm Septa.
I'm Soar, and this is us.
So we are going to check out Rise of Bangtan 14 and Lie and Stigma, because Lie and Stigma are both in this Rise of Bangtan. So we're going to see all of it. So guys, I am really excited to check out this song. A lot of people have said that we have to listen to this because it's an amazing performance from Jimin. And obviously this came out before his solo album did.
Yeah.
So this was like one of the first real good features of Jimin's voice. And I am definitely excited to hear the difference between this and his new solo album.
Yeah, I'm really curious too. It's kind of been a minute since we've watched the Wings short films.
Mm-hmm.
The way that we like film it, a lot of it's like in a group, just all kind of
it's like
around the same time.
chunk.
And we've been sick and busy and a bunch of other things leading up to this filming. It'll be nice to get a refresher of like how the song sounds and like the lyrics behind it and stuff like that too, because it's kind of like the last Rise Bond talking about Jungkook.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of elaborate on like how he was feeling at the time.
Yeah.
So of course, like we'll watch this, see kind of what he talks about in the song, and then go into Rise Bangtan and see how it like relates to that period of his life.
Yeah,
Really
and
interested.
then they do a lot of like explanations of everything that was happening, and then a lot of the times they'll interview them to see what message they were trying to convey to. So I'm interested to hear from Jimin as well.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to just hear this and the vocal performance. I think it's gonna be good. I love the strings.
Me too. That's cool sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Oof.
Ooh.
Ooh, I love that.
Ooh.
Okay. I didn't really see him going this way with it, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. I like this a lot.
Oof.
I love that.
That's tasty. I really love that low end, man. It's just like, it's like really mean, but like really tight at the same time.
I like this.
I know.
It makes me think of Kimbra. So catchy. Ooh, those backing vocals too.
I love the strings, the swells that they're doing. Oh, that so nice.
That was so tasty.
Oh man, I love that. That was so good. There's so many layers to it because like they had just like some chords of like a dun 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 dun, and then they also had just like the of like some like organy sounding like keys and stuff, and then of course the strings. But like they did a really good job at kind of like a revolving door of them.
Yeah,
they weren't all there all the time. They were just like the perfect places. Yes. And then near the end they put it all together, brought the strings into like the rest of it, and then let it swell. Get out of here, get out of here. And then like the vocalizing that he was doing that you pointed out. God, I love that. It sounded so cool. Yeah,
those backing vocals were gorgeous. And then the woos, the vocalizing there that like hit that vibrato right at the end. It makes me think of this other artist that I listen to. Her name is Kimbra, and she likes to do like vibratos like that with like a cappella vocals all the time. So it made me think of her instantly, and I am so glad that he utilized that technique in here, because I think it just adds so much flavor when you do it sparingly. It's just like it's really tasty ear candy out of nowhere, and it fits so nicely in this mix.
Yeah.
I don't know who did the production on this, but
slapped.
Oh my God.
And yeah, like the low end of it.
The low end and just the balance of the mix. God, it was
like that. Yeah, that low end, just like the tone of it and everything like that was just so punchy and nice. And then I loved a lot of the transitions that they chose.
Yes.
They just were very tasty.
They were so smooth.
I know, and like let things drop out and then just like a doo doo doo, and then like kind of just like throw it back into everything. Super nice. So well done. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be listening to this a lot. Just saying. That was gorgeous. I loved it so much. Vocally, I thought it was a great performance as well. He definitely tapped into a lot of different aspects of his voice in here. And I really enjoyed when he got more vulnerable in that. I think maybe it was like the bridge. Around the bridge.
It was like, because it was like right after like the bridgey bridge. It was kind of just like bringing it back in. So it was like a post bridge kind of thing.
And it was very like exposed and raw and breathy. I loved it. I thought he did a good job with it. Oh, this is just, it's a good one. You guys were right. It is good. And so now we are also going to check out Stigma, because it was also included in Rise of Bangtan Chapter 14.
숨겨왔어 tell you something 그저 묻어두긴 이젠 버틸 수가 없는 걸 왜 그때 말 못했는지 어차피 아파왔어 정말 버틸 수가 없을걸 나 cry 너에게 너무 미안할 뿐이야 또 cry 널 지켜주지 못해서 더 깊이 더 깊이 상처만 깊어져
I like the horns in it.
I like how jazzy his is, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Oof. It's a nice little break.
그만 나한테 왜 그랬어 미안
Spoken word area, nice, very nice.
Romantic.
이래 보라고 저래 보라고 너에게 말하겠어 더 깊이 더 깊이 상처만 깊어져 되돌릴 수 없는 진들이 조각 같아 더 깊이 매일이 가슴만 아파져 나 죄를 대신 받던 연약하기만 했던 너 I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry my brother 숨겨도 감춰도 지워지지 않아 Are you calling me a sinner? 무슨 말이 더 있겠어 I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry my sister 숨겨도 감춰도 지워지지 않아
I love the piano in this.
Please dry my eyes 저 빛이 저
Nice.
내 죄를 비춰줘
This is tasty.
돌이킬 수 없는 붉은 비가 흘러내려 더 깊이 매일이 죽을 것만 같아 그 벌을 받게 해줘 내 죄를 사해줘 제발
Okay, so his is also kind of similar to Jimin's, where like you're beating yourself up for things.
Yeah. Feeling bad about some stuff.
Yeah.
Because
It
we
was
kept saying
less-
sorry and stuff, so.
Yeah, his was less about like performance and artistic expression and more about like emotional and like relationship.
It was really good, though. I did like how jazzy it was, and like
Yeah.
I was really digging a lot of the piano stuff that was going on in there, and the horns.
Horns. I love
Really
horns.
tasty. Is it like a universal thing? Like when they hit the high notes like that, you just gotta go like,
I think so. It has to be.
right? Because
It
like I
has
can't
to
help
be.
it. Every time I'm just like, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh,
I'm like a
ooh.
cobra. I'm like coming, I'm like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you know? That's how I feel, to be honest.
No,
I'm
I
like,
agree.
It's gotta be. I saw you doing it. I
Yeah.
was like, we were both doing it. So I'm just like, does everybody do that?
It has
Or is
to
it just
be.
us because we're musical? Is that a thing, right? Because we know.
You just like feel
yeah,
it.
yeah. We're just like getting into it. We're getting into that like ethereal realm
Mm-hmm.
where soul leaves our body.
And it's really funny because like the instinct is to just ooh, 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 you know, like tighten up.
Whoa!
But if you're actually singing it, you cannot.
No, you can't do that. Exactly.
Everything must relax. You must be beyond relaxed. You got to be some kind of zen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It makes me think of like guitar solos too. You're just like,
Yes.
but that's a little bit different because you don't go like
The,
you don't do that, but you just kind of like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like for every instrument, there's like a certain like zen face and
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah. Drums has some interesting faces, that's for sure.
I love it.
Yeah, those ones get like,
Dirty.
yeah, they do. Like
A little bit dirty.
drums and like bass.
Yeah, man, this is groovy. Let's see how this and Lie relate to Rise of Bangtan 14.
Alrighty, guys. So, Rise of Bangtan, chapter 14. This one is titled Filter.
Alrighty, kids. Okay, so now I want you to take out your textbooks and your pencils. We're going to be checking out Rise of Bangtan, and I want at least 12 notes throughout the entire thing. I will be checking these. Okay. No, Disney does now.
Such a pretty language.
지금
It looks pretty.
It does.
고등학교 졸업식을 하고 있습니다.
Oh.
입학식 때도 이제 형들이 왔으니까
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
yep.
그때도 이제 형들이
But
오네요.
do you think they wouldn't?
Oh.
모두가 하는 일.
Oh my gosh.
뻥턴.
Bangtan. I was like, there's no way that they would miss it.
I
Are you
know.
kidding
I
me?
was like, of course they're gonna go. Oh, we brought flowers.
How do they handle that at a high school?
I wonder if it's more of a problem for them nowadays.
남자는 팀워크를 과시했는데요.
Yes, of course they did. Look at that like mustard yellow.
같은 학교의
He
방탄소년단의
looks great in
전국도
it.
졸업장을 받았는데요.
I feel like he was trying to manage expectations.
확인해봐야겠죠. 졸업
You
사진에서도
know.
빛나.
Probably.
데모. 와우.
Oh my god!
사진 찍을 때 단체 사진에 없는 게 좀 아쉽네요. 교복 입고 이제 입학식 했을 때가 되게 엊그제 같은데
Oh my goodness.
Season. He looks so cute.
되게
I like the stars on their ties.
되게 뭐 아쉽기도 한데 아무튼 앞으로 더 책임감 있는 행동으로 앞으로 열심히 어른처럼 살아보겠습니다. 하고 싶 저요 지금요?
Oh my gosh, you see all those microphones?
그때
Yeah.
입학식에 짜장면 먹었거든요. 그래서 지금 끝나고 짜장면 먹으러 갈 거예요.
They're just like, let's just tape it together to a microphone break.
시상식을 방불케 하는 엄청난 취재진이 모였습니다.
That'd be so stressful. I hate flashing
받은
lights,
전국 입가에
so I'd be like, ah!
What do they do if somebody has epilepsy though?
자, 안녕하세요.
Nothing. They don't care.
저에서 형들이 어떤 소감을? 저희가 여기서 전국 입학식도 지켜봤는데 이렇게 졸업식까지 지켜볼 줄 몰랐네요. 우리 정국이 정말 3년 동안 잘 커줘서 너무 고맙고.
Yeah, he's doing
그리고,
alright.
정국이 형이
Yes,
졸업식
I would say
너도 내 졸업식 와야 돼. 그쵸?
새 앨범 윈스웨전으로 빌보드 261위를 기록하며 한국 가수 최초로 4연속 진입 기록을 세운 방탄소년단.
Oh, good for you guys. Surprised? No.
아 정말 이게 또 교복을 이제 드디어 벗네요.
그렇죠. 졸업했는데 뭐 가지고 싶은 거 있어요? 형이 뭐 사줄 수 있어요?
아 진짜요?
그럼요.
일단 딱 아파트 딱 갑자기
밥 먹자.
Like, how about dinner? How about dinner instead?
야, 진짜 똑같은데요? 진짜.
와 이거 봐. 그러니까 나 이렇게 생겼어요. 이게 왜 늙었네 내가 많이.
Me too, dude.
크게 문자로
I've never had glass noodles.
Me neither. Wow, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
하고 이제 졸업식 할 때 짜장면 먹잖아요.
그렇죠.
근데 졸업식 날 계산한 짜장면 값 얼마나 났을 것 같아요?
아 본인 쌌어요 진짜.
본인이 샀어요.
그 지금 한
4만 원?
35?
21만 원 나왔습니다.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. Like 35,
Wait, I
please.
think he said they're black bean noodles.
있는 방탄소년단 멤버는
누구야?
누구일까요?
달래 아니야? 누구?
사진 많은데?
무용 아니야 무용?
이 사진 왜 여기 있지?
The panic. The sheer panic.
How do you have this?
안녕하세요. 저는 예전에 현대 무용을 지민이에게 가르쳤던
Oh, it's his
무용교사
teacher.
김동입니다.
아니 뭐 하는 거야 이게 뭐야?
선생님이시구나.
지민이 건강 챙기고
He looks like he's gonna cry.
파이팅!
Jiminy fighting. That's so cute.
최대 문제곡에서 최대 기대곡으로 다시 태어나고
Mostly everybody has at least one teacher. In some fashion, it doesn't have to be like a school teacher, but I don't know if you did performing or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone has one that you just connect with so deeply, and like their lessons and stuff stick way harder than anybody else. And when I was in high school, I did a guitar class. I won't say his name, but he was like my favorite teacher almost of all time. The most laid back, just chill dude. And before I left, he was like, I don't know where you're going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be. It's like, but in like 10 to 15 years, hit me up because I want to know.
Have you hit him up?
No, I have not done that.
You need to.
Maybe he said 15 years, so give it a little time. I'll let it simmer. And I saw him like off and on while my sister was going through school because she did music stuff as well. So when I went to her performances, he was always there. So I catch up with him then. So I have to wait till 10 years after she's out, and then I can hit him up. I see. That's the new rule. Yeah.
Well, you have to reach out.
I know. But I feel like everyone has got that. So it's nice to see. And it seemed like he enjoyed it too.
So my favorite teacher was my choir teacher. Big surprise, right? And she was my teacher in high school. And then she became the choir teacher at the college for a year as well. So I got to have her there too.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And she was just a really good teacher. And obviously vocals are important to me. And she did a lot of like one-on-one work with me with my vocals as well. So it was very important to me. And she taught me a lot.
Yeah.
So.
반갑습니다. 지민입니다. 제 개인곡이 생각보다 엄청 부담스러운 부분들이 많아서 라이브를 할 때는 좀 더 걱정을 하는 것 같아요. 부담스러운 것들이 많아서.
Well, yeah.
라이브 할 때만
That makes sense.
Yeah.
그렇게 하면 또 하게 되면 진짜 라이브 하기 편할 텐데.
He's like, I really don't want to do that, but I might have to.
지민이 처음 들어왔을 때
It's like a pride thing.
Yeah.
이제 방송하고 막 울고 막 그랬거든요. 자기가 막 분했나 봐요. 근데 지민이가 느끼는 게 어떤 감정인지는 잘 알 것 같아요. 무대 서는 사람으로서 무대 망치면 그만큼 분한 게 없죠.
You
Happens to me even if we're just recording.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you get really frustrated.
떨어지게 되니까 걱정을 많이 하게 되니까 이 되게 다운이 됐을 때 이거에 저는 제일 예민한 것
Get
같아서
stuck in your head.
이렇게 안 좋은 생각을 하게 되면 한도 끝 없이 안 좋은 생각을 해요.
Ooh, okay.
일을 또 생각하면서 제 얘기를 먼저 했었거든요. 그 얘기를 그때 기억을 생각하면서 같이 노래를 만들었었어요.
I love that.
그때는 참 힘들어하기도 했었고 연습실에 항상 가서 살아야지라는 생각이 많았었어요.
지민이 형 같은 경우에는 솔직히 모든 연습생 이때까지 거쳐간 연습생들 중에 아마 제일 열심히 했을 거예요. 진짜. 연습생 생활을 정말 짧겠는데 한 8번 정도 잘릴 뻔했죠.
심지어 여기 이제 연습생으로 발탁된 뒤에 춤을 잘 못 춰서 위험할
Oh
수
my
있는
god. That's crazy.
부산예고 현대무용과 수석 입학으로 돼 있구만.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
매번 무대할 때마다 그렇게 아쉬워하거든요. 이 곡을 도대체 어떻게 써야 될지 모르겠다 이러면서. 그 부분을 보면 되게 안타깝기도 하죠.
굉장히 지민이에 대한 리스펙이 있어요. 아주 저희 팀 멤버 중에서 가장 어떻게 보면 어른.
헛투름 신박함의 DNA.
Literally in his DNA.
멋있어지고 싶다라고 생각하면서 연습을 했는데 지금도 그렇게 하고 있는 거 보면 아직 한참 멀은 것 같다. 열심히 해야지.
사실 연습생 때 그리고 사실 데뷔 한참 했을 때만 해도 정말 항상 거짓 속에 빠져 있었고 사실은 그렇지가 않은데 늘 원인을 나에게 두고 막 잘못을 뭐랄까 내가 못한 것, 내가 부족한 것만 생각하고 남들은 그렇게 얘기하지 않아도 항상 나쁜 것은 다 나에게 돌렸다.
그 즐거움을
I feel that in my soul.
공연을 하고 있었던 것 같아요. 아 내가 왜 무대를 이때까지 하고 싶어 했는가를 이제야 다시 떠올리고 하고 있는 중인 것 같아요. 막연하게
Nice.
잘하고 싶다가 아닌 무대에 서보지 않은 사람은 모르는 그 기분을 왜 이제까지 몰랐는가를 이제 다시 생각을 하고 있는 것 같아요.
such a cool performance.
That's so cool.
We're gonna have to watch the live performance of that. It'd be so cool.
Such a cool song.
믿고 기다려주는 사람도 있으니까 그래서 해야지 잘해야지 하면서 긴 여정이 될 거잖아요. 그 여정이 끝나고 나면 무언가가 있기를 바라면서 저도 투어를 하는 것 같아요. 물론 끝나고 났을 때를 생각하면서 하는 콘서트는 아니지만 내가 더 나은 내가 있기를 바라면서 하는 것도 있는 것 같긴 해요.
He kind of explained what was going on in the lyrics when we had originally read them. I thought that maybe the lie was like kind of like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That people get. I was feeling like it was that kind of lie. But it seems more like he was telling himself lies about how bad he was doing or that he wasn't good enough. And so it was more of like the self-doubt angle. But I guess that can kind of tie into imposter syndrome. Because it is like the, I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough for this kind of thought process. So I guess they do tie in together. But it's interesting that that was the lie that he was talking about. The lies that he tells himself.
Well, and it seems like, because that's a really unhealthy mindset. I feel like it's a common one, especially as an artist, because you're always comparing yourself to other people. You're like, okay, well, I wrote, I don't know, this song, and my favorite band just released an album, and then you listen to their music or something, you're like, oh my God, they're so much better than me. I don't even know what I'm doing. Why am I even trying? And it is, I feel like, a common thing to think about, and then very unhealthy, but there are healthy ways to use that. And it seems like he used it in a somewhat healthy way. Him beating himself up was not good, but it did push him
to keep working harder,
getting better. Because some people, it would just become only self-destructive, where you, instead of pushing to become better, you just stop. You just give up. And it's like, never mind, I'm just done with this. I'm not even going to try. He at least didn't let that happen. He used it as a motivator, and then he was already very good, but then just kept getting better and better and better. And hopefully, I don't know about now or even by the end of this episode of Rise of Bangtan, but hopefully he sees that and he does recognize that, oh, I am actually pretty good, and like I did improve, and like I do deserve where I am, at least to like some extent.
And I feel like he was coming around to that even when they interviewed him there, because he was talking about how he was finding the joy in performing again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the whole reason I wanted to do this in the first place. So finding that joy in the performance and in the art itself is huge.
Yeah.
Huge, huge, huge. So I would think that that would mean that he was coming around there to be able to enjoy himself instead of just focusing on nitpicking himself the whole time.
아니야, 망하지 않았어. 그대로 그게 좋았어. 이상한 것 때문에 그냥 망하지 않았어.
Steph's like you did fine.
보컬을 그래도 간간히 체크해 주신 선생님이 계신데 이번에 윙지 콘서트를 보셨었거든요. 그때보다는 훨씬 많이 늘었다고, 알아서 천천히 늘어가고 있으니까 걱정하지 말라고 하셔서, 아 그래 뭐 한 번 해서 잘할 거면 다 하지라는 생각이 들어서 천천히 하자라는 생각이 다시 한 번 든 것 같아요. 맞아요.
자기는 네 목소리가 되게 좋다는 거야.
칭찬받았는데 나
네
He does have a
you have a
pretty
really
voice.
cool voice.
세월에 해가지고 열심히
남다르다.
가사도 써가지고
기분 어땠는데? 아 진짜 관심이 없더라 랩에.
나는 열심히 했는데 나는 열심히 했다고요.
걔는 노래 해야 돼 이러면서.
도착했습니다.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. No matter how nice your fan base, that would just be
A little overwhelming.
Yeah. New Jersey.
그러세요 여러분들. 뉴요커 민윤기입니다. 미국 들어온 지 3일째?
I like the piercings on the hat.
I've seen them all wear the same hat, man. It's always weirded me out.
그러니까 부모님의 마음으로 막 너무 걱정되시겠지만 나름 재밌어요 이렇게 두어하는 거. 굉장히 뭐 음식도 맛있고 또 공연을 하러 와오니까 되게 다들 잘 해주시고 걱정 안 하셔도 됩니다.
Wait, man, is he left-handed?
그냥 아무래도 이제 공연을 계속 하다 보니까 체력적으로 힘든 거는 그래도 없지 않아 있는 것 같아요. 체력적으로 안 힘들다면 되게 거짓말일 것 같아요.
지쳐 있어도 모든 사람이 다 지쳐 있는 거랑 이렇게 두어 사람이 좀 이렇게 활기를 좀 불어 넣어주면은 차이가 크잖아요.
뭐 그런 생각도 해요. 아 진짜 빨리 끝났으면 좋겠다. 더 빨리 끝났으면 좋겠다. 빨리 끝나고 좀 쉬었으면 좋겠다. 근데 이게 반복되다 보면 언젠가는 하고 싶어서 못 할 때가 올 거란 말이죠.
The fact that they're even singing on like any type of break, I'd be like, ugh, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just save this for later.
Yeah.
아씨 손가락이 맞으니까 가서 안고 불렀어.
I've done that before. Not with guitar. I'm not good enough at guitar. It's hard on my fingers. They're not strong enough.
You gotta make them strong enough.
Ooh, I remember Champion.
Phenomenally popular
Yeah, that's
boy
pretty
band
cool.
BTS.
The hottest K-pop group on the planet.
Competing with artists such as Lana Del Rey, Ed Sheeran, and more. You're not just a K-pop phenomenon, you're now getting worldwide recognition. You actually sing in Korean, but that's not stopping America from falling in love with you. You guys are touring and it's sold out, right?
Back with the madness, I'm a champion of the people who don't believe in champions. I got nothing but dreams inside. I got nothing but dreams.
We write and produce our music ourselves, and we're talking about the young people's lives. I think there is a specific contemporary characteristic between all the young people in the world, and thanks to our fans, they translate our lyrics and our interviews into their languages, and that's how could they resonate and could feel the same feelings with
The
us.
fact that people do that is awesome.
It is. It's so cool.
To be living, to be breathing, not choosing a dead body.
이젠 우리의 입에 맞추는 노래를 부르고 우리와 같은 춤을 추며 언어가 아닌 몸짓으로 교감을 할 수 있게 됐다. 우리
The fact that they're talking about people dancing to their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And-
And currently we
Yes.
have Standing Next to You trending
On
everywhere
TikTok.
with his dance.
Yes, I
Yes.
cannot get on TikTok without seeing like 50 videos of people dancing to that song. I love it every time
Mhm.
just because it's so cool. Like that song like touched so many people that they all want to dance to it. And obviously it's not the only one. This happened numerous times with BTS songs where everybody just has to learn the choreography. Saw someone who like does like a randomizer, picks a random song that they've learned the choreography to. They'll pick it at random and then dance to it right there. And I just think that that's cool.
네가 가장 잘할 수 있는 것으로 그들의 마음속에 닿은 것이다. 바로 음악으로.
Mothers and fathers, what's wrong with the life of a passenger? If somebody gotta be, then I will be the messenger. I'm just too young, don't know what to believe in. But too young, you know not to believe in. I will stay, I will wait, and I fight like a king. Even though I can forever, ever be a king. I will marry this goddamn world, buy my home, and put myself a goddamn ring. Look.
처음에는 이제 뭐 2,000석짜리 콘서트를 하던 때랑 지금
That would
2만
be
석짜리
awesome.
콘서트를 하는 때
Yeah.
한국 팬들이 생각해도 좀 이상한 일이지 않을까 싶어요. 진짜? 너네가 미국에서 만 몇천 명씩 5쇼를 한다고? 근데 매진이라고? 보여줄게.
And tell me what's next for BTS.
What's next for BTS? Our goal right now is that completing and ending our tour really successfully and healthily.
공연장이 다시 커졌단 말이야. 원래 되게 작았잖아. 당황하지 말고 딱 안무는 딱 하던 대로 딱 지켜주고. 그러니까 확실히 체크해주고.
그 형이 파트 끝나기 전까지는 무조건 1회 계셔야 돼요. 그게. 예.
나 거리 가늠이 안 가가지고.
가늠이 안 가는 게 아니라 1회는 어차피 가 있어야 돼.
1회는 섰지. 수기가 섰지.
Oh, is this their argument?
사람들이 그렇게 알거든요. 뭔가 이렇게 되게 여과 없이 이야기하고 이렇게 생각하는데 굉장히 많이 가리고 제 약점들을 안 보여주려고 굉장히 많이 보여주고.
Do people actually think that you don't filter stuff?
빼고 그냥 진짜 날 것의 모습을 좀 많이 보여주고 싶어요 진짜.
힘든 것도 솔직히 짜증도 내고 하잖아. 우리끼리 막 하다가도 막 예민하게.
Yeah.
그런 것들도 좀 어느 정도 보여줘야 되지 않을까?
이게 형이 준비 타임이 너무 길었어요.
아니 보폭을 조금만 줄이면 된다니까.
그러니까 제가 그때 엄청 조금 걸었었어요.
근데 나도 빨리 가는 거야. 나도 어쩔 수 없어. 근데 그거는 나도 전속력으로 뛰어가서 거기까지 가는데 자꾸 나보고 뭐라 하면 나보고 어떡하냐.
아니 그러니까 근데 제가 형한테 무대 쪽으로 이렇게 당한 게 이럴 짓이에요?
야, 잠깐만.
저는 거기서 기분이 나쁘니까.
뭐 하는 거야 이게 지금? 응? 그러니까 일단 알았어. 일단은 뭐 지금 갑자기 이걸 당장 해결할 수 없잖아. 나중에 좀 더 우리끼리 나중에 얘기를 하고.
우리끼리 이야기를 하자. 지금 진짜 시간이 없어.
지금 들어가야 돼, 태영아. 형. 네. 지금 팬들은 지금 미치씨 줄 서가지고 공연 보겠다고 기다리는데 앞에서 아마추어처럼 그러지 말자, 다들.
Hey, you tell them.
Leader.
아무것도 아닌 일인데 왜 싸웠을까?
We kind of talked about this before in like a video because we saw that clip before. But it's really interesting to watch because like myself, if I got into an argument like that and then went directly onto stage, like I would have a very hard time not coming across as just
angry.
Fucking irritated.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I like seeing that part of it because that's a reality of it, right? Where it's like you're gonna have those moments.
It's stressful.
And
you
then
get annoyed.
And then trying to find a way to then flip it and like, okay, yeah, no, I'll file that away. We can talk about it later. That'd be really hard for me. I'm a very like I hold it.
If it's on your mind, you gotta deal with it then, or else like it's really obvious something is wrong.
The most I need is like give me like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to figure out what I'm irritated about and like kind of pinpoint everything so we can have an actual conversation instead of it just being like a blow up argument for no reason. So yeah, it's like, okay, well now you gotta go out there and 20 to 30,000 people are like relying on you to bring positivity to them.
Waiting hours at least, if not more.
Man, that'd be
just to see you. So you better make it a good performance.
That'd be rough. Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
And then right here says, like, he's saying, why did we even start fighting when it wasn't a big deal?
Yeah.
Because you're irritable.
Yeah.
You work hard.
Stressed, like,
a lot going on.
Yeah.
And that's hard. That's also hard, right? Is when you're in a terrible mood and you don't mean to take it out on people, but maybe you do. You say something specific and like they don't take it the right way or whatever. It's just, there's 7 of them. Like, it's not always going to just melt, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, when it is a high pressure situation like that, especially when it comes to a performance, even if somebody is just like really stressing, hey, you missed your mark and I need to make sure that you get it this time, just that can feel like an attack.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just get you real riled up.
I
and then you
was
feel
on the
like
mark.
you need to defend yourself, even though like it's really not that big of a deal.
Exactly.
시작해서 아무것도 아닌 일인데 왜 화를 냈을까? 뭐 내가 싸우자고 말을 하려고 한 게 아니고 그냥 어떻게 무대적인 부분에서 난 진지하게 얘기를 했을 뿐인데 왜 이게 이렇게까지 일이 커지지? 라는 말이 저는 그게 제일 속상하고 억울했죠. 솔직히 저희는 이제 멤버들 하나하나 다 어떻게 보면 진짜 어린애거든요.
Yeah, that's true. Got a lot of learning to do.
그리고 이제 이 노래가 제 잘못으로 인해 누군가가 이렇게 상처받고 약간 그랬어가지고 그걸 제가 주었다는 죄책감으로 인해서 좀 약간 많이 상처받고 좀 약간 제가 고통받는 이야기를 가사에 썼는데요. 비공개 오디션 볼 때 방탄소년단의 팔도강산이라는 그런 그룹인데 저는 이 그룹은 이제 3인조로 힙합 가수로 데뷔하는 사람들이구나 라고 해서 왔는데 제가 이 그룹 됐었어요.
일반 사람이 생각할 수 없는 걸 생각을 해요. 4차원이라고 하는 되게 이상한 행동들을 많이 하거든요.
미워할 수 없는 바보.
He's like Jack Black? Is that what you're trying to say?
방탄 안에서 제가 처음으로 이제 드라마라는 이제 그런 분야에 제가 갔었거든요. 거기에서부터 약간 부담감이 많이 컸었어요. 잘해야겠다. 솔직히 저는 제가 스트레스 받는다는 걸 별로 표출하는 걸 별로 안 좋아했거든요. 그래서 얘기를 안 했어요. 처음으로 그때 지민 둘이인데 엄청 울면서 한번 얘기를 한 적이 있었어요. 한 번 다 같이만 얘기를 했었어요. 돌아오는 말은 그거밖에 없어요. 우리가 도와줄 수는 없다. 근데 진짜 너에게 힘을 줄 수는 있다. 저는 그게 진짜 가장 큰 위로가 됐어요.
That's good advice too.
Are you calling me a sinner?
그때부터 이제 제가 하나 깨달았던 게 뭐냐면 끙끙 앓면서 그냥 혼자 이겨내려고는 하지는 말아야겠구나. 그게 멤버가 있는 거구나라는 걸 느꼈어요.
Nice.
Ooh, I got goosebumps.
That's beautiful. Nice. Kilted it.
빨리 오늘 다 스위트로 좀 모이자.
그래 그렇게 하자. 그래 얼른 하고 우선은 좀 빠지자 얘들아.
아이돌 밴드의 북한의 대답이라고 한정 짓고 말씀을 드리자면 일단 팀의 중요성에 대해서 굉장히 많이 강조를 해요. 회사 문화 자체가 팀이 없으면 개인도 없다. 싸움을 두려워하지 마라라고 얘기를 해요. 싸움을 두려워하지 말고 화가 나면 싸우고 주먹 다짐이 돼도 좋다. 일단 싸워도 된다. 싸움을 두려워하기 때문에 우리 갈등이 커지는 거다라고 가리키고요. 단 해결은 7이 같이 하는 거다. 싸움은 둘이 해도 해결은 7명이 같이 해라.
저의 생각에서 얘기를 할게요. 전 형을 일부러 무시를 해본 적이 단 한 번도 없어요. 아, 이 형 무시하겠다 이런 생각을 전혀 가진 적도 없고요.
무시하고요. 서로 나를 막 무시하고 이런 사이도 아닐 거라고 생각을 하고.
진짜 아까는 다들 진짜 아까 스태프들 막 분위기 진짜 장난 아니었거든요.
서로 이야기 안 하고 있지만 분명 미안해 할 거라 생각해. 공연 한 2시간 반 동안 그 생각밖에 안 났을걸? 2014년 6월에 데뷔했던 방탄소년단이랑 2017년에 지금 현재 투어하고 있는 방탄소년단이랑 존중, 리스펙 뭐 이런 것들이 친해지면 친해질수록 더 필요하다고 생각을 하기 요즘 들어 들더라.
맞아요. 누구 잘못이 중요한 게 아닌 것 같아. 뭐 다들 잘못을 해. 어쨌든 둘 다 팀에 대해서 상당히 어쨌든 공연에 대해서 상당히 부정적인 영향을 줬잖아. 어떤 식으로 보면 그거는 진짜 풀어나지 못하잖아. 어쨌든 좀 더 물러날 줄도 알아야 된다고 나는 생각을 하거든. 그건 너가 지는 게 아니고 팀한테 양보하는 거라고 생각해. 그 무대에 관련한 건 내일 한번 정리를 해보자.
오늘 얼마나 좋아. 무대 때문에 싸운 거.
차라리 다행이다. 무대 때문에 싸운 거. 먹을 것 때문에 싸우고 왜 네가 더 먹어? 그거 하나 남은 거 가지고 그걸 형이 그걸 째째하게.
우리 옛날에 먹었다고 많이 했는데.
그냥 바나나 던졌잖아. 아니 그
허명이 나 그때
다 먹어라 이 새끼야.
다 먹으라고 던졌어. 나 그때 솔직히 좀 충격이었어.
이 멤버들에 대해서 제가 감동하는 부분은 굉장히 부끄러운 부분으로 싸움을 해도 마지막엔 7이 같이 저한테 쪼르르 옵니다. 하기 너무 창피한 걸로 싸움을 해도 결국 같이 와서 저희가 이런 문제를 갖고 둘이 싸웠는데 이렇게 해서 이렇게 해결했습니다 라고 얘기를 하고 그런 부분들이 이 팀의 친화력을 혹은 시너지를 강하게 만들고 있지 않나 이렇게 생각됩니다.
Yeah, I do think that's a really healthy way to handle something like that.
Yeah, even though it'd be very hard.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even though it was just between the two of them, it definitely does affect the entire group.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense that everybody be there when they reconcile and talk about it. Just because even if like this person wasn't technically involved, they could still have really like ill feelings towards one or the other or both just for it even happening in the first place.
Yeah, well, because it makes me think of when I was in a band and the lead singer was always like kind of like throwing a fit about something pretty much constantly. It was never directly towards me or anything like that.
Just in general.
Just kind of like throwing fits and just not having like the greatest attitude. Eventually, like I just got tired of it, so I was like, I'm quitting.
I'm gone.
Yeah, like if you keep acting this way, then I'm just not gonna play in the group anymore because what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's infighting in the group, even if it's two of them towards each other, they're gonna be like, dude, I'm so tired of you guys just bickering at each other over nothing. Knock it off, because it's like it just messes with the vibe of everything. And then like he was saying, and like we had mentioned, then they're on the stage and that's what they're thinking about. And then, you're not focusing on the performance. And
when you don't vibe with the whole group, it does throw off the groove.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. Like the way that you feel about each other really does affect a performance.
Mm-hmm. And like their crew, I'm sure, cares about them a lot. So if they see that there's something going on, then they're going to just worry about them. Just simple as that. And then once that hits them, then their jobs are like compromised, right? They can't really focus on their job maybe the way that they would if they weren't worried about the boys, in like the correct ways, quote unquote correct ways, right?
Yeah.
It's like their job is to make sure that they're like staying cool. And then like when they come back, they, give them water, stuff like that. Make sure that like the sound engineers can do their stuff, the lighting and everything like that. So yeah, it's just kind of like they are so important in the aspect of stuff that if something goes awry here, then it kind of just trickles down
and affects everyone.
Yeah,
and it's high pressure, so it makes sense that people would be irritable.
I would be.
Yeah,
I'd be the problem child. I swear. I already know I would be the problem child. I'd be grouchy all the time.
Yeah, just being exhausted.
Yeah,
would definitely make you grumpy.
Yeah, I'd probably get used to it eventually. Like, I'm not as grumpy now as I used to be, because I'm just constantly exhausted now. I'm like, oh, this is just my life.
This is just my life.
This is my life. I either need to just try to be as happy as possible, or I'm just going to suffer the rest of my life.
방탄 앞으로 나머지 잘합시다.
그래, 더 흔들어. 야, 평뚜껑 막.
형 이거 잘 안 터지면 형 이거 잘 안 터지면 형 때문에 잘 안 되는 거야.
맞고 더 흔들어. 자, 오늘 진짜 한 번도 안 터뜨려.
진짜 없어 보인다, 진짜. 한 번도 안 터뜨려.
형, 처음이죠. 샴페인 터뜨리기가 그냥 마시기도.
I hate opening champagne. I hate it so much. It's terrifying every time.
아무리 힘들고 바쁘고 피곤하더라도 밤에 모여서 얘기를 하고
고쳐줬으면 하는 바람들이 이제 그 전날에 다 끝냈으니까 우리 사이를 갈라지게 하고 막 그런 건 아닌 것 같아요.
항상 그런 모습들을 보면서 우리는 무슨 일이 있더라도 같이 가겠구나라는 생각이 어느 순간 서로 믿게 되고.
비주얼이 그닥 좋지 않다. 됐어, 우리 어제 비주얼 먹었냐?
It's about how it tastes.
Yeah, I was like, as long as it's good.
저기 바베큐 소스 있었던 것 같은데?
방탄소년단을 보면 참 뿌듯하지만 동시에 굉장히 좀 절망스럽다. 저 7명의 멤버가 저렇게 결합했을 때 이런 시너지가 날 거라는 거를 우리가 데뷔 전에 몰랐는데 앞으로는 그럼 잘 만들 수 있는 걸까? 방법론을 모르는 사람들이.
It was fate.
Yeah.
멤버들도 정말 나를 움직이게 하는 가장 큰 요인인 것 같아요. 이 사람들이랑 같이 무언가를 하면 즐겁구나, 뭔가 많은 것들을 할 수 있다는 그런 생각들을 하는 게 뭔가 나를 더 움직이게 할 수 있는 것 같아요. 단순히 옆에 있는 것만으로도 힘이 되는 것도 있고, 정말 이 사람들은 나를 움직이게 하는 그 자체인 것 같기도 하고요.
Me, dude. I'd be in the chair drinking wine.
스타일리스트 분들께서 뭐 옷을 자꾸 고르시고 있길래 왜요? 뭐 있어요? 아니 너희들 빌보드 가는 것 때문에. 잠시만, 뭐라고요? 아니 빌보드 가는 것 때문에. 에?
What? Excuse me, what did you say?
We don't play games.
Oh man, did racism ensue?
그냥 이 모든 것들이 그냥 당연하게 생각 안 하지만 이제 저 다른 목표들이 생긴 거죠.
And the Billboard Music Award goes to
The Pied Piper.
Play when I enter a room is movie. You're writing your songs, right? Yeah. Producing beats? Yeah. And you're playing Overwatch? Yes. Everyone's doing their job.
God,
Everyone's doing their job.
I played Overwatch so much.
And sick.
I played it a little bit.
Red Monster, I'm proud of you. I was so impressed.
Who is the messiest roommate? You.
Why are we doing this?
쇼핑하죠. Wants to shop in Manhattan like this? Maybe you get kicked out of the shop. What's your most prized possessions? Well, He said money. Why? What's your good luck charm?
Yeah, I have. Oh,
You have one?
it's my face.
Wow. I mean, you know what? He's probably right. So they're talking about how like how can we make another group like this? Their energy's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I remember when we first watched them, and I was like, the fact that they can get 7 people that talented to get along that well is insane.
It is.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
And it seems like one of the reasons is because of the way that they deal with their issues. It's a good idea to go to Bomb PD for it afterwards and be like, this is what happened. This is kind of how we solved it. Because he's like big guy on totem pole. So they're kind of like this case study where they're like watching them and they're like, how is this happening?
How does this
I don't understand. And
it
then,
works,
but how? So like they're like taking in this info. So then when they get new groups, implement the things that they're learning from BTS into
like,
these other
this
groups.
works for them, so maybe it would also work here.
Try it here and kind of see what works and doesn't work so they can then keep producing successful groups.
I also really enjoy the fact that they're cool with sharing all of the different sides of them. Just like how Suga was talking about how a lot of the times they filter things before they go out so that people just focus on like the important things that they want them to. But then how they also think it's important for people to see that it is hard and they do fight with each other.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting and stressful.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they decided to show all of those sides of things, or at least some of those sides of the things that happen, because it does make them more relatable. It shows everybody, yes, I know that like that people want to put like idols on pedestals, but there's still people with feelings and they still have bad days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important to remind people of that. Like, don't expect perfection from them, because at the end of the day, accept that they are people with flaws.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful too.
And it's good because they also have a very young audience. They have a very wide audience, but they do have many young people that watch them and look up to them. So the fact that they're like, oh, okay, well, this is what's going on with us and this is kind of how we solved it. That is good for the younger people too, who, you know, haven't had that life experience and might not know how to handle conflict very well. And they're like watching them and learning from them and then implementing that into their real life, you know. Maybe they'd be like, oh yeah, they kind of handled it this way, and maybe I shouldn't get upset about this small thing, and if I do, maybe I should try to talk about it and not just let it eat me alive, you know, and just keep it in or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
I know that was like just like a small example, but I do think that it teaches emotional intelligence, which is very important. Emotions are really hard, and it's hard to communicate when you're having strong emotions.
Yeah, especially the negative ones.
Yes, but it is important to communicate, or else nothing will get resolved.
And finding a way to communicate without just spitting venom.
Exactly.
Is
communicating
very
effectively.
Important. Exactly. Instead of it just be tearing each other apart because you're angry, it's more of a conversation to actually work to solve the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
instead of trying to win the argument.
Right. And I feel like that's a lot of people, right, is they're trying to win the argument when they're arguing. But that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah. It's about coming to a resolution, explaining feelings on both sides, understanding on both sides.
Yeah. And that's a big part too, is like, as long as you understand the other side, you don't even have to agree.
Yeah.
You get to the end of it and be like, okay, I will drop it and I understand where you're coming from. I don't agree with you. It's like, that's cool. As long as, you know, we can squash this now and then move forward, because everyone's different. You're not going to see eye to eye on everything. That's never going to be the case. You have to learn how to accept that and be cool with it.
Yeah. People don't have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with their argument with the choreography, you don't have to agree about it. You just have to understand, well, you felt this way because of that, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree and I felt this way, and that's okay.
Ultimately, it comes down to like both you work really hard to get it right.
Yep. I think that they handled it well, and this episode of Rise of Bangtan really showed a lot of like emotional growth in like Jimin and V. And then it just showed like the group as a whole and how well they communicate with each other. And also just that like Bong PD, he's just such a smart man.
Yeah. There's a reason that he's in the position he is.
Yes.
And has done as well as he's done.
Yes. Yeah. I think he had a really good approach to a lot of the things for the group when it comes to communication and handling with fighting and just being like, it is okay to fight. Like you have to like actually hit each other, do that, but then make sure that you all resolve it together afterwards.
All right, guys. So now don't go anywhere because we're checking out the deleted scenes.
Yes. I love the deleted scenes. They're usually really fun.
Yeah.
Because we get to see like behind the scenes of them like hanging out and having fun.
Being
and
goofy.
Every now and then they're also really insightful because we get to see like just some extra conversations that didn't make the cut in Rise of Bangtan.
Right.
So let's see.
Is that supposed to be like an ugly Christmas sweater?
Maybe.
I like it. So ferocious.
Ah.
Oh, La La Land vibe, huh? I've never seen that. Yeah, never watched it.
We can watch it.
굉장한 제작비가 예상되는 굉장한 세트가.
I know. I would love to know that kind of stuff.
I know.
It resembles pyramids.
서울 1번만이네. 그렇죠? 열심히 해야지 서울 1번인데. 예경이기.
You gonna name all the places?
All of them.
내가 확 놓으니까 괜찮지. 근데 사람이 바뀔 거야 아마. 너가 얘기 좀 해줘. 그렇게 해라. 만약에 안 되면 내가 들면 돼. 수고했어. 믿을게. 너밖에 없어. 고생하셨습니다. 수고하셨습니다. 고생하셨습니다.
그렇게? 나한테 괜찮은데? 자연스럽게
Natural, but with feeling. A natural feeling.
So sparkly. The neckline looks itchy.
Oh yeah, yeah it does.
개인적으로 저는 저는 다 라이브 했으면 좋겠어요. 네.
I respect that.
내 주변 지인들은 라이가
맞아. 다들 라이 얘기하더라.
댄서분들이 인이어를 안 꼈으니까 느리게 느리게
Oh, man.
근데 약간 나도 빠르기도 하고.
근데 지민이 형 본능적으로 느리기 때문에 이제 조합이 딱 맞았다고.
Why do they always say that about
I
him?
know. Don't be so mean.
지민아 가슴거리 너무 보인다 야.
There's no such thing.
너무 치명적이지 않냐? 지민이
아무 데나 심장은 마구마구 때리지 말라고요.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you?
야 머리 왜 모았어?
아 죽을 것 같다.
Because it looks cool.
한번 하는 거지.
오 지민!
야, 진짜 이거 처음 봐.
오 지민
I love it. That's
왜
hilarious.
아무 제스처도 안 했냐면 몸 집중을 다 라이브로 한 거예요.
I wanted to see more of his.
I know, me too. There's a thing where performers have an alter ego.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like intentional, but performance mode you is a different person than normal conversation you.
Well, because you're putting on a performance.
Yeah,
You're
and it's
being an entertainer.
and you just I don't know, like I feel like you tap into something like primal when you're performing because you just like shuck off all inhibitions and you're just like
You become cocky.
yes.
That's kind of what it is. Like honestly, if you are like
You
in a band or
feel like
something,
sexy and confident.
everybody's watching you, right? So you want to be the best you can be because all eyes are on you. You want to look cool. You want to perform well.
So you just are.
You want to entertain them. So you kind of just start like whatever aggressively kind of cocky side you got, you're going to use it
there.
because you want to come off as confident. No one wants to look on stage and see somebody like just like shyly doing stuff. They're like, are they good? What's going on? You know, so it's like, yeah, you just bring out a different side of you, like exaggerated emotions and exaggerated personality traits of yourself.
Yeah. And like, I think that's why a lot of the times, like, they always call Jimin out for being so sexy. But I think that's because that's a lot of where like his confidence leads him. He's like, I feel hot, so I'm gonna be hot right now.
Yeah,
I just am hot.
If you look at like RM versus Jimin, like RM's is a cocky. He's got more of like a swagger.
Yeah.
And then you look at Jimin and his is like a sexy. You know, it's like you don't really know until you kind of just perform and find your kind of groove in things to see what kind of performer you are and what you're comfortable with. And so, yeah, they're like, they don't see that off stage or anything like that. So when they're watching it, they're like, wow, I don't ever see you like that. What's going on? What you doing, huh?
It's
You think you're so sexy, don't you? And you're just like, shut up. Like,
it just happens and it's good. It's good.
It's
it
fun.
feels good.
It's fun.
And like you get to express yourself in like a different way.
Yeah.
So they gotta stop picking on him, all right? It works.
Oh God, does it work?
세트는 진짜 예쁜 것 같아요. 어떻게 나올지 저도 궁금한데.
That was
Speaking
amazing.
of sexy.
I know, jeez. I love that. Such a cool intro. I wonder how slippery that is.
I know. Ooh, that would have been scary.
이제 너 빠지는 건 문제 없어요.
I'd be scared I was gonna hit my
Hit
head.
your head, yeah. Maybe they have something inside of it that'll like cushion just in case. They're like, all right, Jimin, try not to get brain damage.
다리가 정리가 안 돼.
It's like, dang, you did good.
기분 좋지요.
You gained weight?
Maybe muscle?
그냥 저 철장에 적힌 이제 그림을 제가 막 실어서 끌어내는 느낌. 어떻게 해야 돼? 이렇게 해야 돼요?
That's what you look like when you're cutting stuff for dinner.
돼요? 막 제가 막 이렇게 해야 돼요? 이번 씨는 홀로 이렇게 외로이 가다가
Cut deep, babe. Cut deep.
인간이 아버지라 생각하고 이제 투명 인간한테 엄청 맞는 씨.
Oh my god, so sad.
But we wanted to know for like Jungkook what made him cry.
That's true.
자, 빵! 자, 어퍼컷 빵! 이건 막 보는 게 있잖아, 이렇게 막.
This one doesn't.
이렇게 연습하는 거야? 혼자서. 그리고 우는 누나 내가 달래고 이건 진짜 수박이죠?
Did he actually hurt his elbow right there?
Maybe.
Or is he acting? I can't tell.
He's a good actor.
안녕히 계세요.
I'm out of here!
세계 음원 차트에서 정규 2집 앨범 윙스가 1위에 오른 나라 숫자는
우와 이거 장난 아니야. 한국, 미국, 브라질, 칠레, 덴마크, 핀란드, 아일랜드, 라오스, 말레이시아, 뉴질랜드, 러시아, 싱가포르, 스웨덴, 터키, 브루나이, 브루니. 대박이다.
My God.
제가 뭐 가로수길을 지나가더라도 일본 팬분들이 가끔 지나가시다가
제가 얼마 전에 정글을 다녀왔는데
맞아.
정글 비행기를 2번을 갈아타고 배를 2번을 갈아타서 정글 깊숙이 들어갔어요. 팬분이 배를 대여해가지고 그 정글 그 촬영지까지 오신 거예요.
Oh, they filmed in the jungle?
That's so cool.
Or did he just film in the jungle? I'm so curious now.
Oh, maybe it was just him.
정말 열정적이에요. 보는 거보다
I would also feel that way, though.
열기를 몸으로 자기가 안무를 다 아시니까 공연을 하고 있으면 그 뒤쪽에 한 100몇몇 분이 모여서 저희랑 동시에 똑같이 플래시몹을 하세요.
Aww.
Wild.
K-pop is a great mix of music, choreography, performance, music videos, fashion, and social media. So
It is. It's a whole thing.
feel really easily attractive out of it because when they like our music, okay, what else? And they find our music videos and choreographies and the social medias and like real life contents on YouTube. So I think I would call
They find
K-pop
anything.
like a
Yeah.
total arts package. So I think
It is.
people could easily feel attracted for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's insane the amount of time they put into everything.
오늘은 가온 시상식. 가온 시상식만 있는 게 아닙니다, 여러분. 다들 아무도 모르셨겠지만 오늘은 슬프게도 저의 대학 생활이 끝나는 졸업식이었습니다. 이 학사모를 쓰고 싶어서 가고 싶다 요청을 했지만 어쩔 수 없이 시상식이 있던 관계로 가지 못해서 셀프로 졸업을 하고자 셀프로 학사모와
Nice.
가운을 준비했습니다.
Yes.
아 잠깐만. 그래도 씌워드려야 되지 않겠습니까?
아 그래? 누가 씌워주는 거야?
졸업장 있나요?
없어.
우리 학생은 K모 대학교에서 아주 우수한 활동과 우수한 역량으로 학교를 졸업하였으므로 이에 졸업을 선고합니다.
아 감사합니다. 졸업을 선고하나요 보통? 졸업이다. 자 그럼 이렇게 학사모 던지는 모습을 정국이가 사진으로
누가 부케라도 좀 받아주세요. 저
부케가 아니라 학사모.
학사모.
내년에 나 졸업하니까 내가 할게.
야
내년에 나
너 졸업이냐?
네, 저는 학사모가 없습니다. 사이버대에서.
내가 접속할게. 너 졸업할 때 걱정하지 마.
네.
자 됐어? 됐어? 던지면 돼? 네. 하나 둘 셋.
He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
멤버 다 왔는데 여기 내 졸업식에 왜 3명밖에 안 왔어?
내가 부르러 갈게.
그래.
I'll get them.
이게 뭐야? 졸업 축하합니다. 뭐야?
Of course. That's so sweet.
And you got flowers.
그렇지. 소원. 야 소원 형 소원 딱 하나 아니냐? 방탄소년단 올해도록 잘 되게. 딱 그거 하나 빌었어. 아미 여러분들 저는 이제 졸업하지만 졸업을 해서 사회에 나가는 만큼 아미 여러분들께 한 발자국 더 다가가겠습니다.
야 좋은 말이었다.
그럼 갈게요. 축하한다 혜진이 형. 안녕.
저 처음 왔을 때 제가 그래도 나름 이제 서울로 이제 살라고 오는 거니까 옷을 이만큼 가져왔었어요. 캐리어에다가 엄청 바리바리 싸서 왔는데 그때 슈가 형이 그거 싹 다 버리면 된다고 그랬어요.
그런 거 있잖아요. 연생 때는 정말 막 서로 옷 하나 막 받거나 이러면 선물 받거나 그러면 다들 막 돌려입고 막 그럴 때.
다 돌려놓지.
근데 지민이 옷은 안 입었어요. 없어. 저 입은 건 아니냐? 이게
제가 아마 옷을 다 빌려 입었었을 거예요 그때.
그래서 저희들이 좀 많이 이렇게 옷도 주고 이렇게 서로 많이 나눠 입고 그랬거든요.
That's kind of cool.
발표해.
I mean, why not?
저희 첫 제작 발표라서 좀 떨리긴 하지만 긴장되는 모습 절대 없게 제가 프로다운 모습으로 방탄소년단 삐까. 감사합니다.
Oh my god,
That's something
yes.
I would do.
Yeah, 100%.
먼저 시선 주세요.
You would have went all the way down.
Oh yeah, full on face plant for sure.
드라마 화랑은 한국 드라마 최초로 신라시대 화랑을 소재로 했는데요. 1500년 전 신라에서도 서라벌을 누비던 꽃같은 사내 화랑들의 열정과 사랑, 성장을 다룬 작품입니다.
순수하다, 해맑다라는 이미지가 많이 필요했습니다. 제일 막내 화랑이기도 했고 처음 그 미팅을 할 때 한눈에 반했어요. 제가 너무 귀엽게 생기고 너무 까불까불 귀여워가지고 뭐 연기 경험이 없어가지고 사실 좀 걱정을 하긴 했죠. 더더군다나 사극이기 때문에 연기적으로 좀 필요한 부분이 많았는데 뭐 리딩을 한번 해봤는데 충분히 그 훈련을 통해서 할 수 있겠다는 생각이 들었고.
우와! 진짜지? 약속했다. 아싸! 처음에 촬영할 때는 좀 많이 이제 어렵고 좀 약간 긴장도 많이 되고 어색한 부분도 많이 있었는데 그래서 형들이랑 같이 이렇게 맞춰서 하니까 정말 더 재밌고 그리고 더 잘할 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
Sometimes the people around you can highly affect you.
Yeah. 오늘이 이제 마지막 촬영을 끝마쳤습니다. 아 쑥스럽습니다. 전 여기서 같이 길을 걸어주겠다는 화랑 형도 만났어요. 전 자유롭게 살겠습니다. 가문이니 권력이니 그런 거 생각 안 하고 화랑으로 살겠습니다.
I'm really glad they got to have like the experience with acting as well during everything. I was just gonna say, I know they have busy schedules, so I'm glad that he was able to also work on that since he's passionate about it.
How?
I have no idea.
I don't know how they got that to work, but good for them.
Yeah. And then I saw him on a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't know if you've ever ridden horse.
Have you ever horsed around?
Yeah, have you? It is such a workout. Nobody realizes how much like muscle is required when you ride a horse. So I can understand that they would regularly probably have them going in some laps just to build up those muscles before they shoot some scenes on the horses, because your legs will hurt so bad. So bad.
I'm also happy that he did some acting before CGI took over everything, because I've been seeing a lot of articles about some veteran actors like Gandalf or Alfred from like the Dark Knight trilogy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I can't remember their names. They have been talking about how they hate acting these days because it's just them and a bunch of green screens. And they're talking about how you don't go to locations anymore. They don't build the sets anymore. He's like, it's really hard to get into character
because it's all imaginary.
Mm-hmm. Christian Bale was actually talking about that too, because he's just like, it just doesn't have the back and forth like it used to. You don't act with people anymore. They're just,
you act by
everything's
yourself.
just added all in together eventually, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So like it takes away from the experience completely. So I'm happy, like it looked like he was actually working with people, and he was like, oh, it made me feel better and stuff. It's like, yeah, it probably helped like see how they're doing things and like get to know each other, and then
you play off of each other's energy.
Exactly.
Which I think is important in acting, because you can tell when people have good chemistry on set. And I know a lot of actors start out with like stage acting. So then it is all about like that interaction with everyone else, knowing where everyone is and what their part is. And it is about the set. The set creates the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how just being in a green screen with a bunch of dots all over you would be weird.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's like a whole different ballgame than what any of them really got into it for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad that he got to have like that experience.
The full experience.
And actually be like on a horse. Not something
on
fake.
a horse.
저에 대해서 얘기를 한번 해볼게요. 최근에 저희 할머니가 돌아가셨고, 그리고 저는 이 이야기를 제 친할머니가 9월 3일 날 저희 필리핀에 있을 때 아침에 제가 얘기를 들었어요. 근데 제가 이 상황에서는 그 당시에 저한테는 14년 부모님만큼 저를 키워주신 부모님 같은 존재였고 그래서 저희 뮤직뱅크 첫 1위 할 때 했던 그때 저희 할머니가 사무직이었어요. 그래서 처음으로 할머니한테 언급한 것만 있어요.
Oh my god. It's supposed to like make us feel better. What was that?
네, 저희 멤버들의 부모님 정말 감사하고요. 할머니, 할아버지 정말 사랑합니다. 감사합니다.
방송에서나 태영이 TV 나오는 거 한 번만 보고 싶다라고 했거든요. 저는 이제 미래할 때 할머니한테 이벤트 해주려고 한번 언급을 할머니 앞에서 하는 게 소원이었는데 이렇게 타이밍이 잘 안 맞았어요. 정말 누구보다 소중한 저희 친할머니가 정말 너희 팬분들도 많이 사랑을 해주라고 해주셨거든요, 우리 할머니가. 저는 그렇게 믿고 더 열심히 할 테니까 우리 아미 여러분도, 우리 가장 사랑하는 아미 여러분들도 정말 저에게는 소중한 우리 친할머니 한 번만 기억해 주세요. 감사합니다.
Oh my god, that was stupid. That was
You okay?
stupid. Why'd they have to end it like that?
Sorry, baby.
It was dumb.
You okay?
No.
I know. I see it.
What's sad?
I know. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, that was a stupid way to finish it.
It was very emotional.
It was really
and
sweet.
raw and
I
sweet.
feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Especially like he's like, man, she just wanted me to be on TV and say that I love her.
Yeah.
And then it never worked out. And then of course he missed it by like a month and a half. God, man, that'd be painful. That'd be so painful. The fact that in the moment he was able to like just
Keep it together.
keep it together. Oh my god.
I was really surprised that he got it all out without getting choked up. Because
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been.
Oh god, I would have been dying. And I remember like, why is he crying right now? But yeah, it was cool to see some of like the behind the scenes of like their Wings solos.
Yeah.
Videos.
The short films.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I love to see the behind the scenes. It's always awesome to see the communication behind the set
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
With like okay, we're going to do this scene. This is what's going to happen. And
Can you guys tell us like the jungle part that Jin was talking about, like the army following them in boats
into the jungle.
Into the jungle. I think he said something about shooting a video or something.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell us about that? I
What
want
were
to
they
know.
shooting in the jungle?
Yeah, and was it just Jin or was it like
Or was it everyone?
Everybody. And that is crazy, first of all. Could you imagine, like, you're going to the jungle, you gotta take 2 boat trips and 2 plane trips, and the army's like, okay, yeah.
I'm
Well,
down.
let's go, dude.
I know. I'm
Let's
just
go
like,
to the jungle.
I'm just over here like, how you got that time and how you got that money?
I don't know. It is
What?
wild. Yeah, that's crazy.
We can't even like go on a vacation
I'm like,
within
seriously,
the same country. Like I can't imagine like just,
going to the jungle
yeah.
for a music video.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I mean, it's really cool.
Mhm.
And like, it's amazing that they could have that experience and go do that.
But I want it too.
I know, I'm jealous. I want to be able to just follow some amazing musicians
I just
that I
imagine.
admire. That'd be cool.
I imagine like the bodyguards just like fighting off tigers and like pythons and stuff, you know? They're just like just like they're just wrestling them while they're like doing their music video shoot, you know? Because that's the only threat you got there.
That's true. That'd be really interesting because when you apply to be a bodyguard. I don't think you're thinking about
Fighting
protecting
bears and
them from
tigers.
wild animals. Exactly. It's a whole different situation than what you would normally prepare for.
They go to the Rocky Mountains. You gotta start fighting like elk and stuff. And
mountain lions, which
moose.
you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
Mountain lions and bears.
They're like, okay, lions and tigers and bears. You know that?
Oh my.
You know that saying? You're gonna be fighting those.
No tigers in Colorado, but
No, I just meant worldwide. Because
yes.
they're worldwide, so they're gonna be
That's true.
going everywhere, you know? Venomous spiders. They have to be like Anakin. Some of you nerds out there might get this, but in Star Wars, okay, they're trying to assassinate Padme, and there's like these slugs that crawl up on her in the middle of the night, and he just wakes up and just like right off the top of her. That's what they're gonna have to do with the spiders.
They need
to the
lightsabers.
boys. Yeah, they need lightsabers.
Let's get their guards some lightsabers, guys.
Exactly.
But that was cool. I got to see a lot of different behind the scenes things there.
So, guys, this was a very long one.
Yes,
we had
it
some
was.
extra stuff added into it, and I feel like we talked maybe a little bit more in this one. I don't know. But hopefully you guys don't mind. And if you sat through this, then thank you so much.
Yes, it's
'Cause, my God.
appreciated. And we love you.
Yeah, hopefully
For
you guys... Yeah, we do love you very much. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the Rise of Bangtan. We're going to keep getting them out when we can. It's just it takes a while.
I really enjoyed a lot of the insights from this one. And if you guys know more details about certain things, definitely drop them in the comments.
Don't forget that we do the bonus over on our Patreon for the mid and top tiers over there. So if you're interested in that, then head on over. We also release, we try to do like 2 Patreon exclusive videos a week. So it won't just be this. We also do other things on there.
Yeah, we react to lots of the live content over there just because it gets blocked on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we just don't want to deal with it flagging our channel.
Yeah. So, and if you're interested in the live BTS stuff, that's for the top tier patrons. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe, maybe ring that bell. We have a Rise of Bangtan playlist if you're interested in that. We also have a BTS playlist if you're interested in that. We have another channel called SeptaSOAREous, where we kind of talk about whatever we want. Until next time.
Always remember that we love you.
Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, SeptaSOAREous.
Bye.